Welcome back to another episode of the Todd, Durkin Impact Show, and today we talking football. Yes, football. Now, before all you ladies and gentlemen who are not football fans, like I'm not a football fan, I want you to tune in because you could replace football with any sport or activity that you love. But if you know me, you know I love football. Now, let me take you back to the beginning because today I have 7 lessons I'm going to share about why I love football and what football teaches you about life, right? So let's step back. Many, many moons ago, I was a young boy. I was 10 years old. And, man, that was about 39 years ago. And my father, who was a huge influence in my life, knew that I loved soccer. I was playing soccer year-round, and he encouraged me to try football, basketball, and baseball just for 1 year. Just for 1 year, he wanted me to diversify my skill sets because I love soccer. I found a lot of success as a young soccer player. And sure enough, I tried playing Pop Warner football. Played for Coach Bonavito and Coach Morris. These people had significant impact in my life at a young age, 6th grade, going back. And I remember falling in love with the game. And I remember seeing the venerable Coach Wolf as the high school Green Dragons came out. And I remember getting goosebumps thinking, man, I love this game. And I love being the quarterback of this. Well, ever since that time, literally 39 years, football has been in my blood. And while I played basketball and baseball along with football through high school, there's been a lot of lessons that football's taught me. Now, if you're not a football fan, I want you to take these lessons and apply them to your life today. In the midst here, in the fall of 2020, I guarantee you they will apply in some way. Because through Pop Warner, through high school, through college, into even playing professional football overseas in Germany, Amsterdam, and France, and now coaching some of the world's best athletes in the NFL, football teaches us a lot of lessons. So buckle up. Let's have some fun with these 7 lessons right now. Number 1, football teaches you to prepare like no other if you want to win the game. Preparation is the key to success. Can I get an amen to that? Like, when I was starting my business, I didn't have a business plan. Not very smart. When you're a football coach, you don't go into a game without a game plan. When you're a businessman or businesswoman, you're an entrepreneur, it's not always smart just to take a risk for risk's sake. Hey, I'm not risk adverse. I actually love taking risk. But you also have to know what's on the other side, and you have to be willing to take that risk. It's really important you go into a game with a plan, whether it's a business plan, whether it's a plan to win the game, the sporting event, or whatever event you're putting on. You need a plan. Football teaches you to prepare like no other. Have you ever watched an NFL football game or even a college football game for that matter, and you see the coach and you see that little sheet that they have with all different colors. It's color-coded based on the down and the distance, different scenarios, different parts of the game, and they base their play calling on that play sheet because of the countless hours they've prepared watching. Also, for the athlete, you must prepare like no other. How do you prepare? Like right now in the state of California, there is no high school football going on. Unbelievable, by the way. We need some football back in the house, even though they turn the lights on. Thank God they turn the lights on Friday nights during the times that there would be a game. They're putting the lights on. I like it. I want to just go sit in the stands and like meditate for 2 hours and visualize the game going on. We'd win every game. But that being said, what are you doing when no one's watching? What are you lifting? What are you eating? How are you sleeping? What distractions are you eliminating from your life? Because when you dial into your performance, because you want to be the best that you can possibly be in any sport, in any career that you have, think about the preparation that it takes, the countless thousands of hours of the sweat, the grind, the grit, the pain, the heartache. The more that you bleed right now in preparation, the less you bleed in war. Remember that. You want to prepare like no other right now. Whether you're playing the game that you love or you're preparing to play the game, make sure preparation is paramount. Number 2, while preparation doesn't guarantee success, it certainly guarantees putting you in a better situation to win. Why do you play the game? Why do you play the game? Whatever the game is, whether it's the game of business, whether it's the game of a sport, an activity, you probably play the game to win. You compete. You love to learn to embrace the process. If we can learn to love to embrace the process, I want you to compete. I want you to put yourself in that situation to win because you play to win, and I want you to play to win the game. But it's how you play the game as well. If you're in the game of business, maybe you take the word win and you put the word serve in there. It's not how you win, it's how you serve. Because the more you serve, the more you win. If you're playing the game to win, there are times where you're going to lose. And why is it when you lose, many times your greatest lessons come in failure? My friends, today, never be afraid to lose. Don't be afraid to take the shot deep. Don't be afraid to go deep in the coverage. Don't play prevent defense. Y'all know what that does. It prevents you from winning. Don't play prevent defense. I want you to go out and be aggressive and not be afraid to lose. Parents, let your kids fail. It's okay if kids get a little boo-boo every now and then. It's okay that every now and then they're in tears. It's good. Don't protect them so much that they don't ever feel loss, because it's part of life. Number 3, when it comes to football, teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork is essential. If you are in a career or you're in a business, I want you to think about your teammates. Who's on your team? Are they people you love to work with, that you like to work with, or you don't like working with? Like, is anyone like, oh, I don't like working with him, I don't like working with her? It's all about the team and the chemistry that one fosters on the team. Why is the greatest coaches in the world get the most out of their team? I mean, I don't know why I think of Bill Belichick, and I am not a Patriots fan. But I am a Bill Belichick fan because when I look at over the countless years that he has coached so many great teams because of the people, mind you, you could probably name 1 or 2, 3 players if you're not a Patriots fan on that team. Mine is Tom Brady. But every year he's got a contender. He's got someone in the playoffs that are going to contend for a potential Super Bowl. Teamwork. How can you be a great teammate? What can you do to make sure that you serve the mission of your company? What can you do to serve the vision of your company? How do you execute that mission on a daily basis? Number 4, injuries happen. Sometimes you get hurt. Sometimes you get boo-boos. Sometimes you get game-ending injuries or season-ending injuries. My friends, no one loves injuries. Heck, in my career, like many of you who were athletes or who are athletes, I've had a lot of injuries. 5 concussions, sprain, strain, pretty much every tendon, ligament, organ of the body practically. It's part of the game. But when you are an athlete, when you're a warrior, you train to compete. You train so that you can win. But when you get hurt, you must attack rehab like it's your game. You must attack your physical therapy like it's the most important thing that you can do. I remember when Drew Brees ripped his shoulder out of his socket the end of the 5 season, going into the 2006 season. And I remember when he wrote his book, it was talking about how every week you have to have micro goals that you can see little progresses and gains each and every week. So if you've had a major injury in the last several months, or you're dealing with a major injury right now, or even an obstacle, or even a major challenge, how do you set small micro goals that will eventually move the ball down the field, pardon the pun, to get you into the end zone so you can get to where you want to go, because that's where the grass smells a little greener, even if it's field turf. It always smells a little better in the end zone. Injuries happen, but you got to be able to overcome them. Number 5 of my 7, when it comes to football, when it comes to life, the game is about momentum shifts. Uncle Mojo. And all of us can afford to get some extra mojo in the tanks today. It's called juice. We all need the juice, the mojo, the momentum in our life. If you're feeling stuck, stalled, frustrated, anxious, stressed about today for whatever the reason, whether it be sport, business, or just life is kicking your rear end, you either stay down or you get up and you continue to fight. I'm going to implore each and every one of us listening in today to the show that you keep walking. Matter of fact, right now, you keep taking that step in front of each other. If you're out with the dog, you keep huffing and puffing. If you're on the elliptical, you keep pumping those arms. If you're lifting weights right now, you keep lifting. You keep going. You keep moving. And if you're just still sitting there right now, you get your mind right. You say, we got this today. We're going to overcome this today. We're going to get mojo back. And how do you get momentum in your life? You focus on the right now. You don't focus so far down the field or the next quarter of the life or what's going on next year. You focus on right now. What decisions can I make today to win the day? What can I do with my nutrition? What can I do with my training? What can I do to call someone that is going to feed me some juice, some mojo? I'm gonna binge on the Impact Show, and I'm going to listen to 3 or 4 episodes in a row because I know some of you do that. Hallelujah, amen, if that's what it takes. Get some mojo in your life, right? Mojo in your life. It's a good thing. Number 6, remember, football's like life, and life is going to be hard. Life is going to knock you down to your knees. It's like that Rocky Balboa poster I have in my home gym. It's not how hard life is. It's not how hard life hits. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. So if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth and not pointing fingers saying it's you, it's me, it's him, it's her, it's the election, it's all of these different excuses that we have. No, if it's going to be, it's up to me. That's how winning is done. Now go out there and get it. Life is going to be hard. But put it on your shoulders to say it's going to be hard and it's okay. We can get through this. I got this. We got this. I'm going to start in the gym. I'm going to train. I'm going to overcome. Yeah, my body doesn't feel like it used to feel. Guess what? There's other parts and appendages of your body that you can use and train today that will allow you to make sure you get your mind right. Because the reason why we train today is to get our mind right. We don't train just to get the other knee right or to get the arms right or get the chest right. We train to get the mind right. Because that's point number 7. Number 7 is this. Football's like life. You got to get your mind right every darn week. I don't care if you're 3-0, you're 0-3. I don't care if you're 10-0, you're 0 and you're 10. I don't care if you're in the playoffs or you didn't make the playoffs. Every darn week, you got to dust yourself off. You got to forget what happened last week or yesterday. You got to dust it off, and you got to get your mind right. So, my friends, today, as I come to a conclusion on this little spittin-fire episode, know this, that when you talk about getting your mind right, it's overcoming that fear. It's dreaming big into your biggest, deepest, God-sized dream desires, and that you are going to make sure you get your mind right. And you're going to share with me. Today, I want you to share with me. And you reach out and say, hey, TD, this is what I'm doing to get my mind right today and this week. If you're playing a darn game, guess what? Go out there and compete. Go out there and play the game to win. And if you lose, congratulations. Guess what? That's when you're going to learn some great lessons. You go out there and compete, and you get up and you keep going. You keep moving forward. And we're in the 4th quarter. We keep going. We keep moving forward because God bless all of the men and the women right now today who are out there battling between the ears. My friends, if you do those 7 things, that's exactly what football has taught me for 39 years. 39 years as an athlete, as a trainer, as a coach, as a mind right maniac. These are the things that every single day for the past 39 years in many different aspects of not just football, but in all sports, in all of business, as a father and as a husband, these 7 principles are life. And I hope they speak to you today. Until next time, use these 7 principles to get out there and to train hard, to eat right, to live inspired, and go create impact.